What's poppin', what's goody? You're listening to By Any Means with your boy Zico Dan alongside my co-host Jumoke, CC Poetry, aka CC, and as I call her, Richie.
And we are back with another episode of By Any Means. Yes, we're all here today, thank goodness. We're all healthy, well. We appreciate everyone for listening, following, sharing, commenting. And today we have a very, very special guest by the name of Meta. Say hi to our audience.
Hi, By Any Means podcast.
Hi. So Meta is a writer, event organizer, podcaster.
Yeah.
Come on, you introduce yourself. Go on. You tell us about yourself.
Let me do some ASMR. Hello, everyone. This is the Meta Forest. I am a spoken word artist, poetry event organizer, and podcaster as well. So, thank you so much for having me, because this is amazing.
Thank you for coming
on. Anytime on the By Any Means podcast, man.
Yes, definitely.
What's the topic of today, Richie?
Well, today is about Mason Greenwood. The allegations that was against him, and whether or not we feel as if he should be allowed back to play football for Man United.
Yes, and we understand that this is a very much talked about topic, but we wanted to give you guys our take on it. It's still kind of ongoing, I think, anyway. It hasn't really resolved itself. So we thought, let's jump on this and talk about it and see what you guys' thoughts are as well.
The juicy one still. Well, I don't even know where to start. Because
maybe
obviously she made all, she put all her business out on social media, like he's done this and that to me, like attempted assault.
So she's talking about the alleged victim here, right?
Yeah. And then when everybody wants to investigate the scenario, you're still going to be seeing him, and there's a lot of things that don't really add up, and then obviously with the whole, his charges are dropped. So
there's a lot of inconsistency sprinkled on both sides.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, did everyone hear the footage? Hear the video, audio?
I've heard snippets.
Oh, I didn't see it. I heard the audio version.
I've heard the snippets. Yeah. So
from what we've seen.
It's a bit distressing though. It's a bit mad what was heard. On the thing. It's also a bit triggering for some people as well. So, like the fact that it's just all floating around on the internet.
It's just out there like that. That's crazy.
But it's in a public court of opinion now, so he's got no control whether what anyone thinks. Like he can keep defending his side, but at the end of the day, he looks like he is allegedly for law reasons. Like is a bit of a monster still. So. I think.
Well,
none of us weren't in the room with them, but
Yeah.
From what we've heard,
you just said there was a video, right?
Yeah, from what we've heard and
so what did you see on the video?
Bloodied up and.
So you saw someone bloodied up and bruised.
Oh yeah. I saw those.
And you think the person that was bloodied up and bruised did it to themselves?
Well. No.
I'm just wondering because you said none of us were in the room, but
in the light of publicity and stunts, people do a lot of mad things out here, bro. I don't know what's real and what's not. I don't know what's true and what isn't. Do you know what I'm saying? So we can only speculate from where we're sitting or where we're standing. I don't know what happened in the room.
I feel like some people would even see it, would even see things physically, someone doing something physically and still say, I don't believe it. They have to literally...
If you saw it with your own two eyes, you have to believe it.
Well, some people wouldn't even believe it still.
I don't know, bro. I wasn't...
Well, it's not that people won't believe it, it's that they'll play a blind eye to it. See no evil, hear no evil.
Just not involved.
Yeah.
But nah. I mean, if I saw somebody beating a woman, I'd definitely step in. You must be crazy. You ain't gonna just be dragging a woman out on the road and, you know what I mean? Like beating her up and all that. Nah, bro.
Well, to be fair, we are in an era that everyone just takes their phones out and records rather than do anything else.
They mind their own business or post it online.
That's true.
For likes and shares, which is
it's for the fact
disgusting.
of not getting involved with people,
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people do that. That's where we're at right now.
It's just that London mentality. Like, you just don't get involved. Like, when we see madness on roads. Like,
I think it's most places, most countries.
It's the times we live in, bro, because I'm telling you, before people... Yeah, people used to actually be more, they had more morals or empathetic with people. Like, you used to be more involved in the community, whatever was happening.
Yeah, you used to know your neighbour's name.
But nowadays, I feel like people just struggle, like, mind their business and just see it and just move on. I ain't getting involved. I don't like to do it.
That's because when people started to get involved in your business, then there's a lot of backlash that comes with that.
True.
Like, some people got killed because of the fact that they were getting involved.
Yeah, that's true.
The one I'm always afraid of is helping you out and then you getting back with him and you two are pally and now I'm hated for helping. Do you know what I mean? I'm the one. Well, you two are back together.
At least
you're
you've done what you're supposed to do, innit? And if you help the person out in that particular time, that's fine. The next time something happens and you're not there,
now she's back with him.
That's their own business.
You know, both of them are looking at me sideways or whatever.
Yeah, but with regards to this situation, people are looking at her sideways now because of you said all this, you made these allegations, and then now you're having his baby. Like, so
was she not pregnant beforehand?
She probably found out during the time. To be honest, it kind of makes sense.
That's because of during the time they were still like doing their thing, innit? Like, so.
But you never know. She could have been pregnant around the time that. It depends.
There's a lot of nuance.
I mean, we'll figure it out
depends
when.
on how long she's
We'll figure it out when she gives birth, innit? But you know what I mean? Like,
we'll get that DNA test and all that. No, I think. Obviously, there's a lot of nuance on the thing. So obviously, she might not have known that she was pregnant, but then now that there's a baby, I think also because obviously, I personally don't think that the relationship is gonna last very long. But I think from her perspective, maybe she's thinking like security financially, because if this is his baby, then at least like there's some sort of.
Not only that, everyone wants their child to have a dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to mash that up, like regardless of whatever. I mean, this is a situation to walk away from that completely, but.
But then you have to start to think about your child and like because
yourself first because of the situation she's in.
Because if you can easily say yes, it's nice to have the dad around and this, that, and the other. But all depends on the type of person he is, and you don't want to expose your child to certain behaviour,
to abuse and violence. Because he's already shown his character. Unless he's willing to work on it to be a better person or whatever the case may be, then cool. And I'm sure he's probably said that
multiple times.
Because, you know, certain people, certain characteristics or narcissistic people tend to be like, you know, I'm so sorry, I'll never do it again. I love you.
But they know
and
how
all the
to
sweet
do that.
nothing.
You never know what's
come
going
back
on
again.
behind
You never know too, but.
But yeah, it's all seeming like the typical. I mean, she does obviously love him clearly, but yeah, him talking things into her ears, and she's probably one of them that you can easily talk around. And then again, security. He's the type of guy that's making that kind of money, and now you're having his child. Yeah, you're gonna want all of that. You want the security. You want the child to have a dad. You want
the family unit.
The unit.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing otherwise. Certain things.
So,
it really is.
In saying that, do you believe that Man United should take him back?
That's a whole different thing.
That's a different thing.
Because I mean, it's about association, like tied to a link to association. So. Somebody doing something like that, I mean, it can drag the company. You know what I mean? There's
no financial.
It's crazy.
Like, there's
one
no
person ain't worth all of
that.
that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Because of they're saying that there is there's a numerous of like people, like footballers that have done worse and actually gone to jail, done 6 years, 10 years, whatever.
Well, done worse in what sense?
That actually sexual assault. There's ones like GBH. There's all sorts of different things.
Like things where like they had parties where like
someone's got drunk and they've taken advantage of it.
There's like loads of girls involved.
But how long ago was that? Because now this is the thing.
It seems like back in the 90s.
That's the thing. Because now there's a standard now. There's a different precedent now. So that probably has happened. They've let them back in. But now it's shifting, isn't it?
I mean,
that's not acceptable.
Nah, it should not happen though. It shouldn't.
Why not?
It shouldn't be allowed.
Oh, he should. I thought it shouldn't happen for him to do it because he's a normal person, isn't it? He's a normal person with money, so these things can happen.
But it all depends on because there has been a lot of footballers that has done certain things, but you don't really hear about them.
That too,
but that's because they've got. It's all about who you know. So when they've got people backing them, You ain't gonna get out
Oh yeah,
of it.
and I mean your prize players, like you can't get a player like certain man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Certain people you just can't replace them. So and to the league and that it's more important.
Well, they should
They'll try and
definitely.
make it disappear. You know what I'm saying?
They should definitely set a standard, because then going forward, anybody else who is thinking of doing it or maybe doing it in, you know what I mean, any other footballer in any league will think twice.
Yeah,
I
make
feel
an
like-
You know what I
example of
mean?
him.
Make it. You got to start from somewhere. You have to start from somewhere. Unfortunately, it may be him, but
I think from Man United side, because I don't really do football like that, but like
me neither,
from
really.
from the Man United side, because obviously they got an academy, and I think he's a byproduct of that.
Yeah.
And obviously, like if he's one of a few, and there's not many coming through that academy on that level that he is, I can see the dilemma for the club.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
obviously, branding wise, his name with that situation is too
Not
mad.
good.
Detrimental to the situation.
Like,
You know what I
that won't make them money. That won't make anyone happy. It just seems like a lose situation. So I'll cut my ties with that guy and just focus on any stars that you got in your academy now, and just try to push them a little bit.
But they probably might not necessarily drop him because he didn't go through court and wasn't found guilty.
It's crazy, bro. The
So it's
charges
still,
just
you know what I
like,
mean?
ain't there.
Yeah.
Because they could probably try and spin it, just like everybody else tried to
'cause
spin it in some type of way.
But what they're saying is,
Trying to
because
save that career.
I did a bit of research on it, and what they're saying is because of the fact of how the public now feel, they're in two minds. Obviously, they're doing their own investigation,
Yeah, I heard that.
but
They ain't investigating nothing. They already know what's going on. Just so you know. That because they probably knew about it before
crazy.
everybody else knew about it, to be honest.
With anything you do is a divide, isn't it? Yeah, but who's the ones that mostly support football? Female or male?
male. So.
It's a,
Do you think they're gonna care though? A lot of men. Do you think a lot of men are gonna care?
No, they're not going to care. That's why.
It's the women that are gonna be
That's why it's a
outraged,
possibility that they
Yeah.
probably won't do anything about it.
So it all depends if they
as
if
a
they take
football-
that into account.
Yeah.
They don't care.
I see what you mean. Like as a football fan, like if you really care, like if you love up your team, like as long as you win trophies, it's like
Hurry up with the pace, man. Nothing, man. Just like, bro, bring him back, man. Bring him back.
because obviously it's mostly men like supporting football, but I'm sure some of those people share the same mentality as Mason
Of course.
in terms of like how they treat women.
Of
So
course.
they don't wanna. They don't even want to face those issues themselves. There's
Yeah,
extra
actually-
development that they
They
need to
can't. They
do.
can't
like-
afford to have those same issues as my. I believe the reason why some people act like that, is because of their success or where they are in life.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I don't know my girl's status or whatever.
You think he's like that because he's
But
rich? No,
I
he's
feel-
like that regardless.
I feel like he's just like that though because
I think
He's like
balling.
because of his past life, because of his upbringing. He's like that because of a lot of
Okay.
things.
I think money
You can tell.
amplifies your character, and like if you have money, what you do with it shows what your character
I mean,
is.
rich men have always behaved that
Yeah.
way.
Not all rich men.
But not all. I mean, I'm just saying, rich men have always behaved in such a way. You worked your ass off to get to a certain success.
So
You
they've
want certain
always
things.
been domineering and talking down to him. I
You
don't
don't
think
feel
so.
you've already worked your ass off to be able to have that life how you want it. So he's probably dealing with her like how he thinks he deserves to be.
No, he
you know
deals
what
with
I mean?
her because he doesn't know how to treat a woman. That's why.
That too,
Yeah,
that
you
too.
have
doesn't
to,
know
you
how
have
to
to
treat
think
a woman.
about
Such a-
what
such
he
a-
was exposed to growing
Exactly.
up as well.
It's probably that's.
And
Look
also,
at the way he talks. You can tell.
Yeah.
men that don't know how to treat women use money as a shortcut or a cheat code.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to deal with the
If
rest
you
of
don't know how to communicate or apologize
Ain't
to your
got no
lady,
game.
Yeah.
then you're going to buy her the Tiffany,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Louboutins.
And
It's
we see,
expensive, but
and we
it's a
see
cheap
with,
way of going
and we
about it,
see
bro.
with many other celebrities and other
Yeah.
toxic relationships. We see them doing it
Because I feel like men don't want to do the work.
because they don't feel they have to. They feel they got the money. Because if they didn't have
Yeah.
the money, they wouldn't have them. Those kind of girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
like when you got money like that, then you don't have to talk.
But that money doesn't. That you.
Yeah, but you get
It doesn't last
you
forever.
clearly
innit?
get the
So-
girls that you want because they're looking for a man like you anyway.
Yeah, but those girls aren't gonna. They're gonna leave. They'll leave eventually.
But it
When you don't have the money, they'll leave.
It don't really matter unless man's looking to stay with her. It don't really matter. And none of them men are looking to stay with them.
Yeah, but I find
Remember, they're the ones with the yacht and
So
everything.
basically,
you want to be around
basically
them.
what you're saying
Yeah,
is they
so it don't
only
really
they
matter.
only think short term, not long term.
Yeah,
Men-
because they're rich men.
when you're that young
Probably
and
got their
making
wife
that
at
much
home.
money,
Exactly.
Yes, do you
like in terms of like long-term relationships, I don't think men are looking for long-term relationships, especially if you're in football, around 25 when the prospects of you getting anything you want physically and materially, like you want to tap into everything literally. Like you don't want to be like with just one person. You want to try the
So
flavors.
how long has he been with this girl for?
I have no idea.
Rich mentality. That's society.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's been with her for a while.
I think there's been a couple. Like they must have known each other for a while.
Yeah,
To even have
for
babies.
her to want to stick
Yeah.
with this, because then he might as well go and be a single bachelor. Like, do you know what I mean? Which he's not doing. He's in a relationship.
Mm.
You see, it's mad. What do you lot call that? Narcissistic. If you got a girl, yeah, you want to be with. But I mean, like, you want to be with other girls, yeah. But you have this girl, but it's like this.
I call it being a boy.
She's the one you've chosen.
I call it being a boy.
Like, yeah, I do choose you, but like I want to have fun with other things.
It kind of reminds me of the.
You're my main girl, though.
You know, obviously, I don't know if I'm
Immature. I
You're
call
the
it
baddie that
immaturity.
I've chose to be with. Like, you're the one, but them girls are just,
No, but you're not the one then.
She is
Do
the
you
one.
remember
No.
They're not the one.
She's not the one. The one is only one person.
Listen, why she's the one, bro.
Oh my
I
gosh.
choose
Well, his
her.
one.
Yeah. I choose her. He choose her, whatever. Giving her the house, giving her the kids, cars, whatever.
Giving her
Yeah,
the
she
kids.
gets everything. Them other girls is just for a minute, yeah. And they would love to be in her position.
No, they
Be the
wouldn't.
one. Yeah, that
But
gets
she's not
everything.
the one though, because then she's getting cheated
All
on,
the
so she's not
bills.
the one.
Cheating is nothing in a rich world,
Well,
bro. It's nothing.
again,
Many
she's
women
not
have
the
their
one.
husband are cheated. Many and stay.
Well,
right?
she's not the one.
Because she is the one with everything. You got the bank account, you got this, you got that. You can buy whatever
She
you
ain't
want.
the one. She ain't the one.
You're
And these things
just
don't
gonna
last
have
either.
to share my man because he's a high value man.
But he's definitely not a high value man if he's sharing
Do
other
you-
women. That's definitely not the case.
That's
I
not
think
what value is.
I think that's another issue as well,
What?
though, because you're talking about a situation where, like, if a woman is aware that her husband or partner, long-term partner, is stepping outside of the relationship with other women, and they kind of seeing it as like if they kind of prefer to keep the lifestyle versus keeping
bro,
a real
You're
relationship.
gonna go back to being broke.
But that
yeah?
means-
like
but that
a normal
means-
job or whatever.
That means
When-
that they're only for you because of the money. They're not with you because of anything else. 'Cause
No,
if you
she
didn't
was
have
with
the
man
money,
before the money, but
but
what
I'm
it is
saying in
she's
regards to
now
what
making a
he's just
choice.
said. In regards to what he's just said,
Staying
he
with the
said-
lifestyle or, you know, walking out because of a bit of cheating or whatever you don't want to call it. You know what I mean?
No, I mean that's not.
Whatever. She's the one, you know. Like, listen, this is what I want women to understand here, bro.
We're not going
can't-
off topic, one. And two,
yeah, that's what I was
we're
going to
going off
say.
topic.
Like,
Yeah,
this, we're
two,
going way
We're going
off
off it,
topic.
yeah. But alright, we can talk
Yeah, we'll
about
go
that
back to
another
the topic,
time.
go.
So we're going off
that
topic
another time.
one, and for two, women don't need to understand nothing.
Yes, you do, bro.
Men need
You
to
do, bro.
understand.
Yeah.
Nah, you
Men
do, bro.
need to understand
You-
that
the
your
thing is,
mentality is so
You
wrong
can't control
and
that
it's
man
very
pushes teeth,
immature.
bro. That's weird, bro. Like, that's some Disney
But
stuff,
no one wants to
bro.
control
Like,
that. If you want
that's
to
some
push,
rule that was
but
made
hear
up.
this:
You
if you want to push your piece in everything, be single.
But
Let
see,
everybody know.
those-
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
Be single.
It's like
Let
they
everybody
say-
know you're a single bachelor and have fun. Whoever wants to deal
like
with
they
you
say,
will deal
But
with you.
non-exclusive
like everything, it's a
relationship.
concept.
Exactly.
It was made up, right? Monogamy, polygamy, whatever. Like, but people have always
It was not made up. It's in the Bible. It's in the Quran. It's in.
It's
in
all
the,
made-
it's in the,
everything's
it's
made
in
up,
the
bruh.
Torah. It's in
Everything's made
every
up.
religious aspect. It's not
Well,
made
let
up.
him talk, let him talk.
No, I think
Everything.
that's where it goes back to communication, innit? Like you said, like if you communicate, if I'm a 25-year-old footballer having fun, if I communicate, yeah, I'm just being single and I'm mingling, and I let every girl I deal with, like that's the deal. There's nothing gonna like.
There's
everything-
no
them know.
misunderstandings.
Yeah, there's no misunderstanding. I've clearly like I'm okay to buy you this, that, and the other because to me that's 10p.
But
You
you're
know
not
what I mean?
the one. Exactly.
Like-
for the night, for
Yeah.
a girl, 200,
You want me to
£300,
buy you like a car, some boots, some shoes, whatever?
That's long.
Like as long as I communicate, like this is just an arrangement.
Yeah.
Yeah, then fine. You can't get mad at if I'm moving
Because
that
you
way.
knew what it was.
Because you knew what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
But then once you change the parameters, then that's when it gets a bit. Like,
But we all know, and people need to understand,
Yeah.
because you said females, but men need to understand, even though that is set, we all have feelings. At the end of the day, someone's going to catch feelings. So if you don't want someone to catch feelings, then
Yeah, but there's
don't
always
do
been
anything
this
with no
arrangement
one
out
and be what's it called? Don't have any
And I-
intercourse, no
yeah.
relations.
And I feel like you can still do
Then
that
you
and
can-
treat people with respect. You can
Yeah,
still
of course.
have that kind because like friends with benefits and all that. As long as you're respectful of each other.
That's where the understanding
And you
comes
understand,
in.
but that's where boundaries come
Yeah.
into it as well. Like you've set them in place, And then
Yeah, it doesn't work.
No
Don't do it,
crossing
people.
that line.
See, that's what I'm saying.
People.
You go
It doesn't
into an
work.
arrangement and then she starts catching feelings, bro.
But why else would she not catch feelings?
But
If you're
sometimes
treating
guys
her
catch
feelings as
accordingly,
well,
then why would she not catch
You're not
feelings?
like that because we went into an arrangement.
It doesn't matter. You can't
how can it now
control.
not matter?
Of course, because if let's say you're a female, yeah. Let's say you're female.
So what was the
You've never been,
understanding
hold
about?
on.
What
Listen
was
to
the
what I'm saying to you.
understanding about
Listen to what I'm saying to you. Yeah. You're a female. You've never been treated a certain way before, right?
Yeah.
This person who you find attractive, obviously, you find him attractive, comes along, you have great banter, you get along, you just match, you just, you know, you're friends, you know, and then he's buying you things, he's taking you out. Who's not gonna catch feeling for someone like that? It's just logical.
She sounds shallow, but anyway.
How's that? What? I don't
How
know.
You're
is
taking
it?
her out, you're buying her things.
But you're
Who's
using
not
the-
going to catch feelings for
But
buying
you're
her
using,
things and
you're
taking
using
her
the wrong
out?
word. But again, it's logic.
Anyway.
Someone's gonna catch feelings.
It's what Jamaica is trying to say is you haven't been treated like that before. Nobody has ever
true.
done anything like that to you.
Same.
So when somebody starts to treat you a certain way, then you start to think, okay, this is the type
Especially
of guy
when
that
it's hard to find as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're spending all the time with each other. You're getting along. You're like, okay, so why aren't we together then? You know, those type of thoughts tend to crop up in your head, and you
And
know
also,
what I mean.
like, when you set boundaries, also you also create this area of taboo, which is kind of attractive as well. So like, yeah, like, oh, you know, babe, we can't go there. And then they,
Oh, no, bro,
and then they
that's
start fantasizing, and on both sides, like, if especially if like a girl's like setting down, like just like a man, like just like. It's just a physical thing. It's not, especially when the guy's not used to being loved like that. You know, there are women that just love you proper, and if a guy does not have enough experience with being around that, they're gonna catch feelings
Yeah,
quickly,
you get attached.
even if the situation is like just a physical one, they are gonna catch feelings.
So what, you're basically turning the tables.
I've been, yeah.
It can
like,
go both
I'm sure
ways.
guys can get spun quickly,
Yeah.
like
It
girls
can go
do.
both ways. Why would it not? Well, we're human beings. We're supposed to be connected to someone. That's just in our DNA.
I want to bring it.
like,
I kind of want to bring it back to like Chris Brown and Karichi Tran.
Yeah, same situation.
we were talking about how like he was one where like she was having other relationships, and he was having other relationships, but he would say like, nah, like he's not like me, and he can't put it down like me, and all this other thing, and
Straight.
it was a bit toxic for a bit as well. Like he felt like he owned her a little bit.
Okay.
But now Chris Brown is just persevering because he's just dropping fire music right now.
That's my heart.
I mean, like, I'm sure. I bet one of you guys been to his concert recently. And are we forgetting the Rihanna situation as well, or we just?
we spoke about it in our previous
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh, is it? Okay. Check out that episode. Check out that episode.
But let's sorry guys, we're
Yeah,
kind
carry on with that,
of going off track there. So
Yeah.
back to this. Are we like saying?
Mason.
Oh, we'll say his name anyway. Mason Greenwood. Hey.
Alleged, because you got to say that for no purposes.
I just said his name. I didn't say
Yeah.
what's been done or
Yeah.
allegedly done.
Essay, man, or
I
something
said your
like that,
name.
you know.
We're not trying to catch cases.
Yeah.
Oh please, you can't sue us, man. We ain't got the money. Like what?
Yo.
We ain't said nothing that no one else has said. Like literally.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Alleged.
Situations.
yeah. So you think that? What do you think in regards to like?
Play football.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's one is too soon, and I don't think he should anyway. Or I don't think any club should take him anyway. Like, what the thing is, it's down to him as a character. Because from what I've seen, I don't know if he has enough character in himself to like do the work, like rehabilitate his soul, treat like make genuine connections with a woman, let alone himself. So I don't know. Like I think in terms of work, I think he needs to take 5-10 years off.
Well, that's his career done.
But
isn't it?
someone
like-
be with him, innit? Like, look, I mean,
Some
she
will
might
definitely be
with
with him still.
No, we're talking
There's
about
always
the
somebody
career,
that'll still be with him.
not the woman. We're talking about.
Oh, see.
In terms of career, man, for him, for his sake, he needs to do the work. He needs to work on himself. I don't think he should be thinking about playing football right now. But if he wants the money, he's gonna say everything under the sun to get back into the good graces of the people.
Definitely.
And then but then there's gonna be another thing further down the line where another person's involved. So it's up to him. Wish him good luck in terms of like
Bro, any bad
self-development.
thing you do, any bad thing you do, and you feel like you're gonna see if they make him get away with certain things, he's gonna do it again.
Yep.
And the more you keep getting away with something, it's gonna come a bad habit.
And we've seen that with other celebrities.
Hey, don't worry,
Not
one
to
day you'll
mention
bring
many
himself up.
names, but we've seen that in other celebrities. Once you don't stop them in their tracks, or there's no consequence to their actions.
They feel like
continue
they could do it again.
Of course,
Yeah.
they know they can, because they know, I'm rich, I can pay that person off, I can do this and
That's what
keep it
happens.
moving.
See, I spoke to 2 different men, and they both had 2 complete different
Answers.
yeah.
Okay, what is it?
Like, because of one of them was saying that, like, and they're both big Man United fans, like, watch every game, are proper into it. But yeah, one of them was saying no, Man United shouldn't take him back. And then when I explained that we're going to be talking about this as a topic, he was like, "Who's for him? Who's for him?" And proper getting like,
He's for him.
I'm not.
Don't even do that, bro, because I never said that. I never once said I agree with this guy. I don't even care.
So the one that said they're not for, the one that said they are for him. I just want to quick. What's the person's relationship with their spouse if they have one?
Or if they have any kids.
No, they've, he's got 1 child.
Okay.
And
Is he in a relationship?
Divorced.
Okay.
Yeah, but he he has a very close relationship with his child, and
No, not about that. I'm about the woman. The woman. I want to know
oh,
his
no,
notion of winning.
he's still friends with his ex-wife. Like, they sit down and have tea or
It's cordial.
whatever. Yeah, like
Tea.
I just want to know that kind of, you know, because like you said earlier, that certain men that
but
won't
no,
be
he's
against
not.
it
It's not that he's
have that same
for.
mentality.
It's
Right.
not that he's
They
for
can-
him. Like, he doesn't agree with what he's done. However, he's saying he's a young guy. He's 21.
Okay,
Like,
so yeah,
he needs
agrees.
some guidance.
Who's going to give him the guidance?
That's what you're saying that the club's there for.
No, the club won't give him guidance.
We're looking
Being
for role
young,
models.
being 21 does not negate the fact that you didn't know that what you're doing is wrong. I'm sorry.
Like-
There needs to be a certain thing. People say, "Oh, he was young," and these young people, if they have that same mentality, then if they don't sort themselves out, they'll still have it at 30, 35, 40, 50. So don't use certain ages as an excuse to he did this. That's
Crutch.
nonsense.
Enabling.
Yeah, so stop doing that. But no.
It's unfortunate because like we look for role models in places where we shouldn't.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Whether that be like some musicians are role models, some aren't. Like some football players
Our role models too,
and
because
some
there's
aren't.
loads of young boys that that aspire to be them.
Yeah.
or
But what do
wanna
we call
be.
it? How do we negate what a role model is as well? Do you know what I mean? Because
Well, they're supposed to come brushed already. Like that's
that's
a
what I'm
problem.
saying. I don't know if most people. I don't think people should. I don't know.
Or
But
get
that could be
certain-
another
get certain
topic
positions.
in regards to role models. How we view a role model, because at the end of the day, every role model is a human being, and they can potentially do wrong.
It's like
So-
what we were saying about Chris Brown and them when he had the responsibility of all the fame and the money and everything around. And he
But
was only
sometimes
17.
all that gets to their heads.
That's the
and
problem.
then
that's what I'm saying.
then they sort of lose themselves in the process.
They become a god on
Or
earth.
they say-
you
or
know,
they
with
sell
all that
their
money.
souls.
Yeah,
Without money.
it's a god complex, and people worship them. You're who you are. You know, you get to walk around all bossy and that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and then you surround yourself with like maybe yes men, and then you're not used to getting your way, then you're like a baby.
Yeah.
And start throwing his
No, don't
fits.
exist.
Yeah, trust me, like proper tantrums and that.
It's weird how the world sees certain people, and then when you hear them in the confines of their own home, like in that audio and whatnot, like, and how he can, like how a person could be. You know what I'm saying?
What he
Out
says
of
in
the
like
land, it's
in the
crazy.
audio and the video is mad.
That's him.
So,
And
That
That's
is him.
his
He's
true
showing
cha-
you.
that's his character,
He's showing you
essentially.
true characters, and that's what it is. That's how it is.
But then you got to think of the fact that because of she still took him back. Charges still got dropped.
But they
And
got dropped because she dropped it,
yeah.
because she's pregnant.
no, but is that the only
But
reason?
you don't.
Most
But
likely.
we don't know if that's the only reason.
Well, even if she wasn't pregnant, you know, you said talk about money. It makes a big difference.
Sweet nothings, manipulation.
But
Other
still,
people in her ear.
I'm sure she's getting some pressure.
Him in her ear, manipulation.
Straight.
There's so much things, you know. I'm
You
so
know.
sorry, and all that nonsense, you know.
You know, you'll be
Because
sorted
it
for life.
happens.
You'll be set.
Do you
It
think
happens.
she's approaching it from a practical standpoint where like, okay, this terrible thing happened, but I might as well get something from it? Or do you think pressure from the family, thinking, okay, like, let's just...
Well, her
what
family.
I
Let's
would
get
like,
the
what
bag.
I would like to
Saying,
know is
staying
if
at
it
this
was
money.
just that one time or if it's a continuous
No, that weren't
thing.
one time. Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't know. I weren't there. But it doesn't sound like it was one time. I'm sorry.
Because
Someone.
remember, we've got to think about the
Generalize.
attempted assault as well.
It doesn't sound. I don't know. You know when you've seen certain things, heard certain things from other it doesn't sound like that was the first time him saying that, or saying something along the lines as that. Maybe some other instance have happened. That could be the first time he's done that or said that.
So like somebody set their ways and used to their
it kind
characteristics,
of rolled off kind of easily. You know what I'm saying?
I would say that you expected a little bit more friction when when it was time to say them words, and it just kind of fell out of his mouth.
Yeah, I was like,
too easy.
It sounded like he was. It sounded like he thought it was normal. He thought it was okay. Based on the wording he used, he thought it was okay to do that. Because obviously a lot of people, like if you speak to an older generation, certain things to them is okay because of the upbringing and the word they were in, but it isn't okay. If that makes sense. But if I explain it.
The thing with these times is so much more lenient. Like I said, morals have gone out the window for a whole heap of things. Like, I'm telling you, man, it's weird. So you wouldn't know what they find acceptable or what they think should be okay. Like you know what I mean? It's just mad out here, bro. Like nowadays, like I think anyway.
So as a collective, are we all on the same page here or not? You can be, you cannot be, by the way, okay? You know?
I assume so. Like,
I just hope that going forward, after everything that has happened within the last year, he changes his ways. He's a good dad, and that child isn't exposed to anything.
The child's not affected by any of that negativity.
But Richie's just fuming that she got back with him, or like, that bro, you know, this always happens. Like, people are always linking each other up behind closed doors. There's always something going on in between the madness.
Not all the time, but sometimes. It just depends on the dynamic of the relationship.
You're one of them girls that want to put your foot down and say, look, I ain't doing a thing with you. Like,
no, it's because we've had different experiences. That's why we could say that. She probably hasn't, and you keep, like you said, she's young as well. So if this is like her first relationship, she's not gonna necessarily just leave it just like that. It doesn't work that way.
You're always talking about feelings, and I mean, a woman carries harder feelings.
But then obviously,
she may really love my man.
But
you know
then
what I'm saying? Like,
she can still, she obviously does.
But sometimes
she's
you have
pregnant, so that's the hormones
to
there.
love yourself more.
But some people ain't reached that level of, like, you know, knowing themselves. Some people are broken.
How old is she again?
I think are they both 21?
Like they're literally babies.
Yeah, man.
They're literally
She don't know
babies.
nothing about that yet. Like really,
probably her first relationship, to be honest, proper one.
Like you
don't for herself and rare.
You don't really think that deep until like you're 25 or you've been through some shit. Like sorry, if you've been through some stuff. Like, I don't know about with the swearing and that. But yeah, until you like live life and experience hardship, like your soul develops in that way. And when you're 21, you've not lived life long enough to get that kind of perspective, you know what I mean? So
but again, it depends on our upbringing. Some people have been exposed from very early, and therefore their mentality is a lot different.
Yeah, but a lot of people ain't even looking for nobody with no baggage. Like a rich person like him, he wouldn't be looking for a woman that's got no experience anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be looking for a young thing. It's like airhead.
Yeah, so they can manipulate them.
Because she ain't got no
manipulate them, innit? That's why I keep going younger and younger and younger.
It's been like that with, I think, like, just it reminds me of sixth form when you're 16 and then you're just able to learn how to drive, and then people that got whips just before like when you went to college, and then to see some of these girls like, oh, a guy with a car is the thing. But when girls get their own car, a guy with a nice job is, and it's vice versa as well. The levels is different at certain ages.
So draining, bro.
Keeping up with it, it's like
draining, bro.
So there's a ceiling to every level. So like, you know, whether that be the car, whether that be the job, or having your own house, certain things look more upper echelon to certain people depending on what level they are at. So So for her, maybe this is all she knows, and she doesn't know if she can get more than that.
That's all a lot of them know. Nowadays, get with somebody.
Well, you never know. She could be coming from another standpoint of like a low self-esteem, not believing in herself, and then thinking, "This is what I'm worth. I'm not gonna get something better than this."
And I think, once she learns her self-love and like learns to love herself more, she's unlocked a thing where like the echelon is not in other people, but it's in herself, and like once she starts, you know, respecting herself, then she'll unlock her own
flip side, she'll be playing the long game, wait for that child to get the child support, you know what I mean?
And then she'll be like, when the kid's 18, I gotcha.
Or she might even get married and take divorce and get off.
Unless there's something,
you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, we don't know what the mentality is.
She come from. If the parents ain't got money like that and she's with a rich bro, you better stay with him. Or, you know,
I can imagine there'd be pressure from the family,
bro,
for sure.
Like, and, you know, look, now you're pregnant for him, bro. So, man, no matter what, even if you break up, your child said you're all right. You know what I mean? Regardless. That's if he carries on playing or gets to carry on playing.
That's the thing as well, isn't it?
And
Because if he doesn't play, then money won't be coming your way.
Nah, because everything's stopped.
But so I think we've come to that part, just for anyone that's new to our podcast. CC Poetry, aka Siri, that's what I call it anyway, will be coming with a poem. Does this poem got anything to do with the topic today? Or?
It does.
Okay.
But,
somewhat.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the mic over to Meta first. He can spit some bars.
Bars or sensual stuff. I got
whatever you feel, where the wind blows you, basically.
I feel it'd be weird to do the sensual stuff after this conversation, so I'll do the bars. So I just this mic here. When it comes to life, we walk the streets alone. Here in the zones where kids reside and resort to violence, kids become thugs and move like Spider-Man, so the only way to survive is then develop heightened senses. We learn to run and jump them fences and sell these goods to all our friends, and from the basements and the streets is laced with product that destroys your face and the white cocaine then gets you wasted that you can't even see that you're the patient. And to your own kids, drums become your replacement and you're a shadow of yourself. Just skin and veins, man, nothing but silence, and you're just a caveman in a wasteland, overpopulated by a particular species known as a waste man. You see, I'm invested, I keep with every vestige of my soul. I'm a weapon, my flows carry essence. I love to do shows, but boy, you just know they consider you irrelevant. They see no investment, they see no use for me. I'm an appendix, I'm a movement, I'm not meant to blend in. I'm not losing, can't confine me in a box of patchwork to music cut from a different cloth. I'm here to mend it, but everyone keeps sending, everyone's descending. Countless times, time after time, I keep defending to see off their version of the ending. Everybody knows I'm the best in the West End. Shout out to the rest of my best friends, and we keep protesting this for our own protection. We keep marching and we get arrested, but we keep pressing until we get attention or throw us in detention. Cause some voices don't get a mention. Keep going till we're no longer questions. See, I'll be popping up like collars up. I'm grinding on my pounds where they're throwing dollars up. I've got so many cuts, but the metal around my wrist ain't cuffs. I don't do fake, I do custom made, bespoke. The only designer I do is me. So I don't give a F whether you like me or not until my heart stops beating, the pen never stops. I'm fly, you're fly, but I'm flying the rocks. Verified like wine, age with time, I put the tick before top. You say it's peak, but you're not at the top. They call me Father Time, cause time fly, yeah, I'm higher than clocks. Money's not essential and life's just a rental. The things men do in life to reach their potential. Just because it's labeled precious don't mean it's special. It's the girl who walks tall, not the healer, the stiletto. A man's mind that separates him from the ghetto. Individual strings combine make the sound of the cello. Individual voices unite, create one voice from a bellow. Relationships form from a single hello, hello. A word in the right place sometimes echoes. A word in the right place sometimes echoes. It's the girl who walks tall, not the healer, the stiletto. A man's mind that separates him from the ghetto. Thank you.
Woo! Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Cool.
Whoop, 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 whoop. That's what we're talking about.
I had to do the bars today.
That's what we're talking about. Oh, that was amazing.
Thank you so much.
Have you got that out there yet, or?
Yeah, I mean, so I got a YouTube channel where it's kind of like SBTV or poetry. So
Okay.
I'm filming the whole poetry scene right now, headlines, and then also I do music videos as well. So I got some freestyles. I got that as a freestyle. It's to the Janet Jackson beat.
Okay.
Got to this going with Q-Tip. And then I've got. What else have I got? Yeah, I just got loads of videos on my channel.
Okay, you didn't say what your channel is?
Oh yeah, so The Metaphor. So come follow me. It's The Metaphor with a PH and then add an EST at the end. It's all one word. You'll find my stuff and other poet stuff. And CC, maybe if you perform, and you might be on my channel. You're coming to BYOB, innit? So
Yes,
if I'm filming you'll be
here.
on my channel. So yeah.
Are you on Facebook as well, or TikTok?
Just TikTok and Instagram, the same as well. Like
Okay.
The Metaphor EST.
Perfect. So now it's CC Poetry's time.
Cheers.
I
Gonna
don't
wind
know
it down
how
a
I
little
can
bit.
follow on from that, but
Gotta try.
Got this,
No, you
girl.
got this. Come on.
I'm sorry. 2 simple words, used so freely, floating in the wind like the leaves on the trees that just keeps falling. I'm sorry. Can anyone actually comprehend the word? It's used like we use toilet paper. The thought is absolutely absurd. I'm sorry. Why do people say it if their actions automatically object it? If you slap me once, twice, or 3 times, say I'm sorry like everything is fine. If you show me nothing but disrespect, I forgive you is the words that you expect. But I can't. After a number of times, it doesn't have the same effect. I'm sorry. Only say it if you mean it. I'm sorry. Why, I say? Because it's hard to admit, you say. Don't make errors, mistakes, or blunders. Have me questioning or wondering. If you know you'll be sorry in the morning, I won't walk away from you. Conflicted emotions, trying to justify his actions. I'm sorry. I know you are. I'm sorry. Was it a dream? It all just seems bizarre.
Come on. I like that last line. It all seems bizarre. Like, you don't hear that word a lot in poetry. Yeah.
How bizarre.
Yeah, but like, just the reference to sorry.
You see how everybody got clocked over the end piece there, just like a hook. It's like...
Yeah, but it's true though. With certain people, it's like your mind telling you one thing, but then your heart and your body is telling you something else.
Yeah, man, it's a fight. We always fighting with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Just push it and pull it. You know what I mean?
But sometimes you just have to use what your mind is going with.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta make that hard decision. Sometimes and just cut ties with certain people for yourself. Yeah, it is for yourself. You know what I mean? 'Cause as much as you love them, dog, sometimes you want to stay, but you stay and you're suffering, bro. It's long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So do you love yourself more or what? Like, it's crazy.
And your mental health, mental issues is a major thing, especially in the society that we live with now. Like, so in order to break ties, move away, take a step back, and get your own self
and heal, man. Get your peace back. You know what I'm saying? All of that.
Yeah, I feel like everyone makes a decision for themselves for self-preservation, even in situations where like the right thing may be the right thing, but it's just not the right thing for you. Whether that be staying in a relationship where 2 people have different agendas and that you got to part ways. So yeah, I like that.
Sorry guys, seems like we're going back into it, you know. Big juicy topic.
Yeah. That was a good piece.
Thank you so much for joining us, Meta.
Thank you for having me,
Appreciate having you on here.
Appreciate you. Yes, we definitely will have you again shortly, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, I'll come back.
Yes.
I'll come back with the other poem, innit?
Definitely.
The central stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna have all his information down in the description and everything, so you're gonna see it. Go on, follow him, share him, like him, support him. You know, repost. It helps. Yeah. Also, go. You know what we ask you to do. Go on, Zika. What do we ask you to do?
Like, share, and subscribe.
Nah. Do it again.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, and tell another friend.
And
I'm not doing the rest.
do the rest, man.
For the people in the back here.
Exactly. For the ones in the back, the nosebleed section. Come on, tell them.
Tell a friend to. Wrap it up.
Yes, and you can visit By Any Means at byanymeans.theofficialpodcast or By Any Means with the number 6 on TikTok and also plain By Any Means on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone, and we shall see you next time on By Any Means.
You all know the vibe. Out.
What's goody, what's poppin'? This has been By Any Means. You've been listening with Zico Dan, Jumoke, CC Poetry, aka CC, and as I call her, Richie. We out.
We out, people.